Got some breaking news to bring you now. The former Match of the Day pundit and One Show presenter, Jermaine Jenas, has admitted sending inappropriate text messages to two women he worked with. In an interview with The Sun newspaper, he said that he'd had to tell his wife, Ellie, that he was fired and that she was, in his words, absolutely raging. He said, "I have let myself down, my family, friends and colleagues. And I owe everyone an apology, especially the women with whom I was messaging. I am so sorry." Alice Porter is in the newsroom for us. Alice, this is quite the change, because the last we heard from Jermaine Jenas was he was speaking to his lawyers.
Yes, that's right. And previously, Jermaine Jenas had said there are two sides to every story, but we've certainly just recently heard a little bit more about what he says is his side of the story. And I think we've got two very clear messages that are coming through in the interview that he's done with The Sun. On the one hand, he's quite contrite, he's apologising particularly in regards to his wife, but he's also quite firm in saying that nothing he did was illegal. He said he's ashamed about the inappropriate text messages that he sent to women, and he's also apologised that if he made any of the women that he messaged, if he made any of them feeling uncomfortable. And of course, this comes after being sacked by the BBC very recently because of concerns about allegations that being made about messages that he had been allegedly sending to female colleagues. And of course, we've been hearing a little bit more from the BBC as well. There's been criticism that he has put forward about their handling of the situation. But this is quite a frank interview, really, that he's given to The Sun that has just kind of come out in the last 5 minutes or so, admitting that what he did was cheating, but he does say that it wasn't physical, that it stayed within the messaging, but he says very much that this was still was completely inappropriate, that he's sorry if it made people feel uncomfortable, and he's particularly embarrassed about how that's reflecting on him as a husband and as a father. This is obviously as a row that's been rumbling on for a couple of days now. He had said that there was two sides to every story after being axed by the BBC after these allegations that he sent unsolicited messages to a female colleague. And he said there were two sides to every story, but certainly what we've been hearing from him in the last 10 minutes or so is that he's been putting his side very much across about what those allegations are, but he's been very keen to stress that nothing was done that was illegal. But he has apologised and confirmed that what he did was in fact cheating, but said it was not physical.
What's up, people? Jaden back for another video. Big up to the existing subscribers, big up to the new subscribers. We're growing, almost 150, just 3 more. Come on, guys, road to 1K. It's gonna be a big mission, but I want to get to that 1,000K mark, and then to 10,000, then to 100,000, then a million, and then 100 million and a billion. And I want to, you know what, we want to overtake you are Cristiano Ronaldo and Mr. Beast, getting to the top 3 of all time YouTube. Bigger than that. I'm joking, I'm capping, bro. That's a long way off, but you know we ride. But anyway, guys, please like the video and subscribe if you're new around here. And also, guys, I did two videos recently on the guy that assaulted that waitress at Nando's. And I did a video the other day of breaking down why I believe Stormzy's Cambridge University scheme. Sorry, it's the morning, guys. You know what it is in the morning. But you know, Stormzy's university scheme is not racist, not racist, which is racismo in Spanish for racist. You know what I mean? Go check that out, and I think I made some very good points. Yeah, as you guys, like, top of this today was obviously going to speak about what you just saw. Obviously saw that Jermaine Jenas has been sacked from the BBC, and I waited like a day or two for further development, and now it's been further developed that he's actually admitted to inappropriate behaviour, because that's what the claims were. He's been sacked from the BBC for inappropriate behaviour. So for guys that don't know who Jermaine Jenas is, he's an ex-footballer and now and now recently ex-pundit on Match of the Day, and he was also a presenter on the One show as well. So he had a few gigs, and he's also had some gigs on TalkSport as well, doing something there. So damn man, they say your life a lot could change in a year, bro. It looks like a lot could change in a day or a week. But Jermaine, bro, that name, bro. I don't care how much you elevate in life. Your name Jermaine, you always feel like there's always gonna be a scandal. No, I'm joking. But that name Jermaine, bro, it's. Oh God, man, that name. They do say you can't trust the name with J unless it's me, Javen. But anyway, no, I'm joking. Anyway, let's be a bit more serious. So obviously, yeah, he's been sacked from the BBC for, like I said, inappropriate messages to 2 members of staff, so 2 female members of staff. He's now come out saying that he's admitted to it. He's done an interview saying that he apologizes. But yeah, man, I'm just thinking. I want to obviously. I'll show you what he's got to say in a minute. But yeah, man, I'm just like, wow. The BBC. This happened. This came out of nowhere. This is like so quickly, like. Jam, like he was on TalkSport basically, and he literally, as he was on air, so I'm kind of rewinding a bit because some people have missed this out. He was on TalkSport the other day, he was on air, and then literally he saw his own self in the news saying that he's been sacked, and TalkSport apparently let him continue his show, and after that he was basically dismissed. So that happened. When he first spoke as well, he did say, look, the lawyers need to, I can't say too much. The lawyers have to give their side. There's 2 sides to the story. My lawyers, I can't, like I said, my lawyers this. And I'm like, okay, what is going on? Because when they said inappropriate, what does that really mean? What does that actually mean? Like, we know it's not good, but what does that mean? That can mean anything. Does it mean inappropriate with people under the age, which is really very bad territory to be in under? Does it mean, obviously that's not the case, thank God that's not the case. Well, what does it mean? Like, it's inappropriate, you've been listening for inappropriate messages, but you know what I mean? But here's what Jermaine himself has had to say about it.
Firstly, to say sorry to my wife, to my family, to the women involved as well, and what I've put them through. But also there's kind of like rumours that just kind of start, and I think it's really important that I kind of put my point across that there is nothing illegal that has happened here. This is consenting adults that messaged each other. Now, this is completely on me. I am 100% in the wrong, and I accept full responsibility for that. And it's something that obviously I need to address and look at myself. The family situation is the thing that is at the forefront of my mind, that I'm trying to just piece back together. But I've also got to be able to kind of look myself in the mirror and understand where I've gone wrong, and understand that this is on me, it's not on anybody else, there's nobody else to blame here. But I just want that kind of clarity in what's been written.
This evening, Jermaine has confirmed to us, I did cheat on my wife. Although nothing physical between them happened, he admitted that he had made mistakes and what he had done was wrong. Now, Jermaine's wife, Ellie, is standing by him, but she has currently kicked him out of the bedroom they share at their £1 million home in Hertfordshire. Now, they have 3 young children together. Jermaine also has an older daughter who lives in America, and he says not only has this impacted his wife, but it's impacted his family. He's now acutely aware, because of social media, that his children could be impacted by his behaviour, and he is deeply remorseful. Speaking to us earlier, he broke down in tears and said he was deeply ashamed of what he'd done, and he was deeply sorry to his wife and the people involved. Jermaine said he first learned about these complaints while he was on holiday in Marbella in Spain with Ellie and their children. Now, he said he initially hid this from her. He didn't want it to come true, and didn't want her to learn of what he'd done.
It was only when Jermaine was forced then to go on to a Zoom conversation with BBC executives where they actually read out the text messages that he had sent that he knew he was going to lose his job. Jermaine's now fighting to save his 13-year marriage to Ellie, and tearfully, when he spoke to Clemmy earlier, he said he didn't know if she would be able to move past this and forgive him for what he'd done. For now, however, he said they're both just focusing on the 3 children they share. Jermaine said he accepts full responsibility for what he's done. Jermaine is now focused on trying to pick up the pieces with his family and of his career. He was being groomed as Gary Lineker's successor on Match of the Day, but that now lies in tatters, and we know that he will not be working for the BBC in the future. Jermaine is solidly focused on his family. This afternoon, after speaking to Clemmy in a hotel, he returned back to the house he shares with Ellie to try and focus on his family and work out what's best for them.
So as you can see, guys, obviously he's done a little interview. Speaking about like how he's let himself. I think he's let himself down. He's also on an article I read that he said that he sabotages. He's got a problem. I think as you saw as well, he's got a problem. Yeah, he's got a problem as well. So the guy, yeah, he's got four kids. Well, he's got 3 kids with his wife Ellie, who's been married to since 2011. He's got an older kid older daughter that's living in America. I believe she's 21 or something. So that's not with his wife. I think he's got 3 kids with his current wife Ellie, he's been married to since 2011. She's obviously they're trying to work things out. They're trying to sort out what they're going to do the next movies. How they're going to move forward, or I think that's all sorted. That's all up in the air at the moment. I think she's obviously they'll sleep in the same bed. He's been kicked out of the bed. All this. I think he was I believe he was on holiday recently as well. And then while things were coming out, but yeah, man, he said that obviously in the video what you just saw. He said, well, the audio. He said that look, he didn't do anything illegal, and it was 2 consenting adults. So that's why this is where it's confusing, because this whole thing just is weird. It sounds like I'm not lying. I'm not condoning the cheating or the texts or the sexting messages or whatever it is, because we don't actually know what these messages actually said. You know, when there's scandals that come out, we tend to find out what those messages entailed. But if it's is it pics of his bits and pieces that he's sending? I'm imagining that's what it is. That's what sexting kind of is. It involves bits of your bits and bobs, you know, melons, watermelons, Lady Garden, you know, baseball bat, meatballs. I'm in a Sunday fun day, guys. Man, you can't make it too serious. You got to make this interesting. But you know what I'm saying. But like, if that's between 2 consenting adults, why is there? Because remember the thing was it was complaints. Why is there a complaint then if it's between 2 consenting adults then? That's what I don't understand. It sounds like a contradiction in the story. So if there's been complaints of inappropriate behaviour, why is he saying 2 consenting adults? If there's 2 consenting adults, what's there to be complained about? Surely there's only a complaint when someone has an issue with something and there's not really consenting adults. Like they're not both on the same page. That's when you get the complaints, or you get the accusations, or you get the concerns raised, or someone wants to raise a complaint to HR, and everything. It doesn't make sense unless I don't know what it is, and I don't understand why he's been sacked, because if it's not illegal. There was talks of him potentially getting of him suing the BBC. So you know what? I don't think the BBC have got some front. You know, I can't lie. That BBC, they're losing more integrity and becoming more uncredible by the day, you know. I can't even lie. Now, I'm not saying that him doing what he's done with a woman, if he's married, yeah, and he's obviously in a committed relationship, he's married to a lady that he's got kids with, he's out of orders for doing what he's doing, and he's wrong for doing what he's doing. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to say that's okay. My issue is, but how does that equate to you losing your job? Why are you sacked? Is there a contract saying that if you work with the BBC, you can't have interpersonal relationships with any colleagues? I swear we've seen this many times before. I swear we've seen that before. I swear there's people from the BBC have dated before. I swear we must have. I can't name it off the top of my head, but I've seen there's multiple people that are dating that work for the same organisation. You see, obviously there's ITV, and there's a different corporation, they have a different contract, different rules, but I swear, you have scandals like Hugh Edwards recently, and they get suspended with a pay rise, a huge pay rise. Like, come on, you go back days to Jimmy Savile days as well, and BBC are not obviously covering up things or hush, but their man have sent a few exchanged a few text messages on WhatsApp or text or whatever it is between the opposite sex in the same organisation. He's lost his job. I find it weird. I find this whole thing taken to its extreme. What exactly has gone on? Because he's saying 2 consenting adults, and it's not been illegal. So he's obviously so according to him, he's staying on the right side of the law. And we know with the other allegations, you're Mr. Hugh Edwards of recent people, you're Jimmy Savile's back in the day, and then God knows how, and obviously all the other people. These people are not on the right side of the law, and that's why they end up getting criminal prosecutions against them. Jermaine Jenas hasn't. So why is he sacked? Why is TalkSport lost? Why is he not such a good TalkSport as well? I don't understand because he's employed by them. I don't get this. This whole thing is just mad weird. Like, I just like the bit. It's like pick and choose. Like, generally, bro. Obviously, I've seen jokes saying that he's not the right complexion for defension. Yeah, but like, do you know what I mean? But like, that's by the by. I don't know what it is, but it's like I find this whole thing weird, bro. It'd be interesting to see like I don't know, man. Guys, what do you think? What do you think's going on? Like, what do you think it's all like proportion? Is this the BBC's new measures they're putting in place now to because they got to rebuild their reputation, so they got to start throwing the book at people now? They go from one extreme to the other because we've been letting a lot of things slide for years. So now all of a sudden we need to make an example of any little thing that's going against us. Now we need to throw the book at them. Because it's funny, I don't know, man. I don't want to throw the race thing in there, yeah. But I'm finding it like as soon as like everyone else gets away with the actual craziness, and as soon as someone with a bit of little melanin dropping them, and this was a thing, none that's not illegal, all of a sudden, yeah, sacked, dismissed with immediate effect, blah blah blah. I just find it a bit mad in there, but well, let's not go there. Cause I don't want to overdo it, man. But I find it just a bit funny and sus, man. This whole thing is weird, like. I don't know, this whole thing is just weird, bro. It's like, what's that got to do with his job, though? People do this all the time. I'm not saying it's okay, but like, even outside of the corporate world, like, my mum told me at her workplace and where she worked in an organisation, there was a lot of scandals between people that were in relationships, they were having affairs, they were doing more than just sending texts, having affairs, they were hooking up, doing all these things. You don't see them losing their job. And also, one thing my mum did tell me is that if you are gonna get yourself involved with someone in that organisation, they just move your office. So you still work for them, but you can't be in exactly the same office as them. You see, in the same building, it's not the same office for obvious reasons. And that's it. Why has he been sacked for inappropriate messages? What was the complaint then? Who's the complaint by? Because he says in the video, again, guys. In the video, he also says though, he's sorry if he's made any of these women feel uncomfortable. But you said it's 2 consenting adults. So if it's 2 consenting adults, who's uncomfortable? Was it a case that the woman liked a bit of attention, like ex-footballer pundit, that she liked the attention until you said maybe, I don't know, until you maybe, I don't know, we don't know the facts of what the messages were. But let's assume that you sent some naughty pic. Is that where all of a sudden there's a complaint? So was you happy with the flirting, but then the pic was too far? Was it a case that you're doing bunny boiler behaviour where it's like he sent you the stuff, you thought you was gonna get something from him more than that, and then when he turned around, he probably turned around and said to you, "Oh no, you know what? I love my wife, I've got kids," and then you're upset, and you decide, "Oh, it's inappropriate. I'm gonna baby." You get people that are spiteful because people do things like that. She feels like she's been led on, and you kind of like you, and then now she feels like she should have you, but you didn't do that. Because it's not like because he said nothing physical happened. He's saying he cheated, but it wasn't physical. So was it that she wanted something physical from you? She wanted you to leave with a wife for you, and then you didn't do that. So now she decides all of a sudden, actually, you know what? I'm complaining. I feel uncomfortable. Would that happen? What's going on? Because it's like it's contradiction on his part. He said two sides to the story. But we haven't actually had really the other side. We had inappropriate. It's vague. It's very vague though. So what actually decides these two sides of the story? Because you admit that you've done something wrong. We know more from you. Yeah, bro. And even from his side, we don't know these full details of what he did. We just know that we know a bit more than the inappropriate messages. Bro, I don't know, man. This whole thing is just weird, bro. This whole thing is just so weird. But do you know what? There's nothing worse than a man losing his career and potentially his woman and his family at the same time, bro. Personal life and career at the same time. That drives you. That drives you nuts. But to be honest, he kind of brought this on. He brought this on himself. He even said that he holds his hands up. It's completely his fault. He was in the wrong. You know. So it's his own doing. You're gonna sacrifice a whole wife and children, potentially. Which I don't think he's expected to lose his career, but the most obvious one was his wife and kids for something like that. Not necessarily his career, because that's a bit wild, yeah. But all for a few texts, bro. You didn't get a little bit of naan bread or nothing like that. No sloppy toppies, nothing. No naan bread, nothing, bro. Nothing physical, nothing physically tangible to hold in your pocket and say, yes, I had this, I've had that. A little texts or DMs or whatever we want to call it, bro. That's ridiculous, man. Whole career, that's a joke. Hopefully he's made enough money from his footballing career and his money he's on a huge salary from the BBC, he makes a lot of money. Hopefully he's got some investments, invest in some property or something, do it right, or some other business ventures he's got to make his money, because bro, you just lost all your jobs overnight, you just out of work all over out of night. You know? I know you take your coaching badges, whatever, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. But anyway, bro, that's his business, my dog. That's his business, bro. That's his business. Guys need to stop thinking. I don't know what he was doing, bro. What was you thinking, bro? Like, what? So you got a problem, bro. Why don't you get that right for the help, bro? But then the thing is, I don't remember when they say he's got a problem though, because obviously he's 41, he's been with this woman for ages, and he's got children with her. I don't remember things coming out before about him, like dirty laundry coming out before about him. Though. So how long has this problem been happening? Is this the first time he's acted on it? Has he done things before, but it's only now that this has come out? Because normally you hear the story one time, you hear another story again later on, and rumors are cheated again and then again. It's the first time I've heard any stories, unless I've missed something. But anyway, guys, please like the video, subscribe. Yeah, if you like, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you watch to the end and do comment, give your opinions. I think there's a good conversation to be had here, and I'll do my best to respond to everybody as possible. As always, and stay tuned for the next video. Alright, bless. Peace out.